Hi, hello. I wish I was greeting you under better circumstances because this video is unscripted and it's a bit rushed because I feel as if I get this out sooner, the better. Because I stumbled across something last night and today that has led me to the conclusion that a big scam that was on Reverb is back and it's much harder to fall for now. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you might remember a video I released 2 years ago entitled Scams on Reverb. Now I feel it's important to mention that this scam was prevalent back then, but after a while Reverb got a hold of it and it disappeared for a while. Really didn't see it pop up until very recently with a minor change that makes it easier to fall for. So here's the basics of the scam. Someone with the malicious intent would go around to different places where guitars, amps, pedals were being sold. Not particularly Reverb, but places like eBay, like local Craigslists, and even just guitar websites for guitar stores. And they'd poach not only the pictures of the instruments that they were selling, but also the description. In the description it would describe the guitar, and I doubt that these scammers are guitar players, so they wouldn't really know the specs of whatever they were pretending to sell. So what they'd do is they'd take this information, they'd post it up on a freshly made Reverb page and put it at a price that wasn't ridiculous per se, but was a very good deal. It was enticing. You know, you would see $3,000 or $4,000 PRSs for 1,500. It's not crazy to see that. That could absolutely happen. It's just very, very, very unlikely, very rare. But still, a deal's a deal, and that fear of missing out, someone else might poach it, gets people to buy these rather quickly. And well, that's the thing, you're not actually buying them. They're being sold somewhere else. This person has just posted the pictures. Now, how Reverb works is that the money goes to Reverb, that's in escrow, and then once the seller gives you a shipping notification with a tracking number, Reverb sends the money to the seller. Unfortunately, as good as this system sounds, it is easy enough to manipulate because you can really put in a used tracking number as well, and it'll recognize it as a tracking number, and Reverb will give you the money. So these scams actually work. The scammer does get money in the end. Luckily, Reverb does actually have some decent customer protections, and as far as I've seen from reports of people falling for this, they did get refunds or Reverb credits and such, so that's good on Reverb for that. Anyway, the telltale signs of these scams would be a very good price, but again, there is the fear of missing out. What if that's a real deal? What if that's a rare piece of gear that you really wanted and it's a good deal? There's fear of missing out there, and I get why people would still want to buy through that. But the other thing was that these were fresh, brand new accounts with no reviews. Normally on Reverb, if you sell or buy something, you'll get reviews from the other party in the sale. And the better those reviews are and the more reviews there are on the accounts, generally the more trusting you can be towards these accounts. But these fresh ones, no reviews and a screaming hot deal, hard to trust. If it's too good to be true, it is. But now something strange has happened, and I took a few screenshots just so I could document what's going on. So I opened up my Reverb feed yesterday and it was inundated almost within a minute with a bunch of Neural DSP Quad Cortexes for varying prices that were far too cheap to be real. I think the lowest I saw was €820. They don't sell for that second hand. That is very, very cheap. And then they went up to 900 and 920, but there were multiple, some of them using the same pictures, some of them using different pictures, some of them using the same pictures, all uploaded onto Reverb within a couple of minutes. Now the thing is, that immediately seemed a little bit too good to be true. But I looked at the accounts. Some of them were the old classics with no reviews, but others were accounts that were active on Reverb, and sensed that they had one 5-star review, but ranging from a 5-star review from a purchase in 2018 to 2020, with no activity on the account post that review to now. It seemed very unusual, very, very odd. And today I opened up my Reverb app, I saw on my feed an Ibanez Voyager from 1991. That's the Red Beach model. And for $13.50. Now that is a very good deal. That's a rare model, and I mean, it doesn't initially scream scam. Maybe if it was $3.50 it would be too good to be true, but this one felt real. And I looked at the pictures, it was looking good. There's the description makes sense. This is being sold from a guitar player. And then I see it. The shop. They've only got one 5-star review, and it's from 2018. That's a little bit far away. Then I see right beside this Ibanez in my feed is a 1979 Gibson Les Paul for €1,300. That's no way is that real. And again, one 5-star review, and it was a purchase from 2022. Something's going on here, because both these listings were immediately pulled. They were removed from Reverb. They didn't sell, they were pulled. Which, again, well done to Reverb before anyone got caught on these, but it would be very tempting to get caught on these. Maybe the Gibson one seems a little bit more scammy than the Ibanez one, but still, they're both, something's not right. And the difference with these scams now is that they've got established accounts, which, how did they get those? I highly doubt these scammers were setting up accounts 6 years ago, making one purchase so they got some review on the account and then waiting to use them to scam. It feels a lot more like there was some sort of hack. Someone has, because this is a bunch of accounts all the same doing this, it seems like maybe some sort of data breach. Now, I'm not pointing the finger at Reverb. There's been so many data breaches and all they need is your email. So it's probably one of those. An alternate theory, though, that I've just had while editing is that I noticed that both reviews here have somewhat of the same format. They're both purchases, and they're both from years prior, 5 stars, and both signed off with whoever the other party's full name is, which strikes me as just a little bit unusual. I've never seen that on Reverb before, and to see it in both these accounts, it's a little bit of a coincidence, and maybe it's just that, but there is the potential that it's something more. Okay, so I actually just opened up my Reverb feed just before, while I was editing here, and guess what's happened? Something's just popped up, and I'm very, look, already one person has it in their cart. It only just popped up. This is a Parker Fly from 1996. This would at least be $2,000. It's gone for $750. It's a realistic description. It's only been up for 27 minutes and joined 2024. Let's take a quick look. So this person, no feedback. This is a classic one. This, I feel, is going to be pulled, or it's going to sell like right now, which I hope it doesn't. So normally you do a Google image search, but I found that normally this doesn't work. But what I do is I take the description and I copy that and I paste that into Google. And what we find is the exact same listing that ended 7 years ago, but with the exact same description. Exact same one. From this one. What they've done is they've halved the price of what it was 7 years ago. Parker Fly would cost more now. But this was selling in the US. Now we're supposedly selling in Denmark. That is 100% not actually happening. Not a chance. So yeah, this is a total scam. So that's what I recommend doing. Copy and paste the description into Google and see if that comes up. 45 people viewed this ad and 3 people have watched it. We've got one in a shopping cart. It's going to sell soon before, or unless Reverb pulls it. I hope they do quick. Okay, so I'm back, and it seems that Reverb pulled this because it didn't sell. It got 84 views. It was uploaded for about an hour. 9 people watched. 1 person offered, but it didn't sell. So it's the sale is off. The listing is over. But here's the interesting thing: you click on the account, and we're right back at it. We've got another Parker Fly, this time for $700, predicted to sell. Now 2 people have this in their carts. It was only listed 5 minutes ago. 2 watchers. Like, come on. It's just going to continue if they don't ban these accounts as well. I wonder if we copy this listing. This particular description is a bit sparse, but we'll try it. No, it worked. This is a listing. See, that's a proper price for a Parker Fly, and this sold for that 10 months ago. So, same description, same pictures from an actual seller, also based in the US. These ones are supposedly based in Denmark. It's a complete scam, but if Reverb don't ban these accounts, it's just going to be perpetuated, because this account just tried to do one. The listing got pulled straight again with another one. So they are going to get someone's money out of this. A little update, it took them a while, but they got him. His account is no longer a thing. Woo! It's the old standard. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Reverb do seem to be doing a very good job at removing these listings pretty quick, but I think the Quad Cortex ones for like 820, they stayed up for like a good 20 minutes, half an hour. There was opportunity for someone to buy them. Like the Ibanez and the Gibson, they were removed after like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But yeah, don't buy based off FOMO, your fear of missing out on a great deal, because, I mean, if it's one of these great deals, the likelihood is it isn't a deal at all. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you want to, or dislike it if you want to. I don't know. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.